Good morning and happy Monday. Hope everyone is having a wonderful start to their day. I hope everyone has their morning coffee in tow, because I do. So if you're just jumping on, as always, please do say hi and where you are coming in from. Please tag some people that you feel could benefit from this content. Share this video if you feel you want to do so. Use an emoji, a like, a love, an insightful, whatever you would like. And my dear friend Jamie just jumped on. Hey, hey. There is Jennifer. Good to see you. Good morning. So, and again, tonight we're starting the free 5-day simple content creation workshop. Myself and Nancy, we have close to 400 people registered already. It's still not too late to register. So if you would like to register, type in I do in the chat below and just say I do, and I will send you the registration link after today's training. It is tonight at 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on private Zoom. Everyone gets sent a link. You get a workbook as well. It's Monday through Thursday, 8 to 9 p.m. Eastern. Friday, we're doing 5 to 6 for all open mic Q&A. And Jennifer said, Jamie said she's looking forward to it. Jennifer coming in from New Jersey. Awesome. And Jamie obviously coming in from Northern Illinois. Thank you, Gasper. I appreciate that. So yeah, we're going to be going over the art of creating content, content buckets, pillar content, repurposing, and creating a schedule for yourself all this week. You know, so many people struggle with content, and obviously we want to alleviate that. So today's training is all about LinkedIn ads. Now, a lot of you may not know about LinkedIn ads. I know some about LinkedIn ads, and I've done a ton of research, and I read about 4 different blogs. I've watched a couple different videos, and what I was looking for some similarities. So from the blogs that I read, from the videos that I watched, you know, what were the reoccurring themes? Who is LinkedIn advertising best for? Who is it not for? You know, who has to be most weary of LinkedIn ads? What's the budget that you need to spend on LinkedIn advertising? And in the end, is it going to be worth it? Now, I have personally never ran LinkedIn ads for personal preferences after reading so many articles and reading so many blogs. It just didn't seem worth it to me. Now, the first thing that people need to understand before I go over what I want to go over today with all of you, when you are running LinkedIn ads, much like Facebook ads, you can't run an ad through a personal page. You can't run it through a personal page on Facebook, and you can't run it through a personal profile on LinkedIn. It has to be done on a company page. So for you to even have the ability to even attempt or to think about running LinkedIn ads, you have to actually create a company page. And many people don't even know that. So you want to talk about engagement, even though it's not all about engagement, but reach and all of those things. Just like a Facebook business page, you have to pay for people to see it. You have to pay for people to see your business page, to like or engage, or so you're paying for all of that. Now, is there an ROI? For some, yes. For many, no. And the same goes for LinkedIn advertising. So I just want to make that abundantly clear. To even think about running LinkedIn ads, you have to start a company page first, which you don't have to. The most engagement, the most traction you will ever get is from your personal profile, which is free. So if everybody is with me so far, and if you're ready to rock and roll, type Y or yes in the chat box below. But also, if you haven't done so yet, please do say hi and where you're tuning in from. Share this, tag some people. And if you would still like to register for our free 5-day simple content creation bootcamp, all this week, type in I do in the chat box below. And again, Nancy and I will send you the registration link so you can join us tonight at 8 p.m. Now that we're clear on that, the first thing that we need to go over is who is LinkedIn advertising for? Who is LinkedIn advertising for? So first, high-value B2B businesses, recruiters, and higher education. So from everything that I read, it's best for high-value B2B companies or individuals, recruiters, and higher education. Now, so business to business. So let's talk about that first. So typically, businesses that are looking to sell to other businesses, not B2C, not C. It's not meant for small value businesses to small value businesses. It's high value B2B. I'm talking multiple 7, 8, and 9-figure businesses selling to multiple 7, 8, and 9-figure businesses, up to the billion-dollar businesses. So we're talking about high-value transactions, $15,000 a month transactions, those type of things, 6-figure customer acquisition contracts. So we're talking about B2B, business to business, but also recruiters. So if you work for a staffing or recruiting company that is going to enable you to use LinkedIn ads to recruit people to the company, those are also a good fit. And finally, higher education. Obviously, we know what higher education is. You know, those people tend to maybe look for other jobs, or higher ed administrators are looking for other people to bring into their institutions. So again, the best people to utilize LinkedIn advertising, high value B2B, so high value business to business. We're talking about multiple 5 and multiple 6-figure transactions, recruiters, and higher education. So if everybody is clear so far, just type a Y or a yes in the chat box. As D has done, drop in and please say hi and where you are coming in from. You can share this, tag some people, but also if you have not yet registered for our free 5-day simple content creation workshop starting tonight with myself and my wife Nancy. And just to let you know, I'm great at creating content, but if it wasn't for Nancy, I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing right now. Nancy, this is her zone of genius. So if anyone wants to learn from my wife over these next 5 days, someone that is literally paid a lot of money to help people create and market and brand their businesses through content creation, you're going to want to tune in. So D says yes. Mark says yes. My buddy from Reno. And Jamie says yes. Now, who is LinkedIn advertising not for, right? We already talked about who it is for. Who is it not for? Well, it's not for B2C. It's not for B2B smaller than 10K deals. It is not for broad targets. It is not for e-commerce. And it is not for advertising agencies. So I want you to take a good look at this. It is not for business to consumer or business to customer. It is not for small target B2B, less than $10,000 deals. It is not for broad targets. It's not for e-commerce, and it's not for ad agencies. That's who it's not for. And Matt, we will definitely send you that so you can sign up. Jennifer says yes. So B2C, let's talk about this. Who's B2C? Business to consumer. I'm B2C. I have a business, and my business, my wife's business, our business thrives on customers, clients, and consumers of the products that we sell and we offer, not consumables, but we need people to consume, obviously, what we are offering. So we know LinkedIn advertising is not for us. If you're a business coach, if you're in network marketing, if you're in sales, all of those things, you should not be spending any money on LinkedIn. It's literally, you can read article after article, you can read blog after blog, but also B2B, smaller than $10,000 deals. So if you have deals that are smaller than $10,000, monthly reoccurring, again, you don't want to advertise on LinkedIn, and I will get into why. Broad targets. So LinkedIn advertising is obviously for high-level B2B marketing through specific targets. One industry, lawyers, doctors, dentists. Very, very specific targeting, not broad targets, not multiple industries, not multiple companies, not multiple job titles. E-commerce. So e-commerce, you were talking about distribution of products, goods, and services. That's network marketing, MLM, direct sales, all of those things. E-commerce is terrible for LinkedIn advertising. E-commerce is obviously better for Facebook and Instagram advertising if you're going to go down the advertising route, not LinkedIn. LinkedIn is B2B. LinkedIn is B2B. It's not B2C. There is B2C, but you can do that organically. And Nydia, good to see you jumping on. And there's my buddy Joe from Pittsburgh. Now, ad agencies, advertising agencies, again, you do not want to do any LinkedIn advertising. You don't. Now, again, who LinkedIn advertising is for? High value B2B. So we're talking about businesses that are in the multiple 7, 8, and 9 figures. We are talking about businesses revenue-wise that are bringing in multiple 7, 8, and 9 figures a year that are selling and advertising to businesses that are 7, 8, and 9 figures. Recruiters, higher education, those are the best people because recruiting companies give money to the recruiters company-wise to spend. It's the company paying for it. And higher education. Who it's not for, B2C. It is not good for business to customer. It is not. That is, and these are multiple articles that I've read, multiple blogs. So LinkedIn advertising is not a good fit for anyone that is in B2C, B2B, smaller than $10,000 a month deals, broad targets, and e-commerce and ad agencies. So you may be thinking to yourself, well, I have offerings that are over $10,000 a month. If it's B2C, I don't care how much you're charging. It's not for that. You're literally going to be throwing money away. And Shirley, we're excited for tonight too. Hayes, good to see you jumping on. So again, if you're jumping on late, hi, and where you're coming in from, tag some people, share this video. And if you would like to register for our free 5-day simple content creation workshop starting tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard through Thursday, 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Fridays from 5 to 6 Eastern. It's live and recorded on private Zoom. Type I do in the chat box. And also, if this is making sense so far, type Y or yes in the comments below. So again, I want to save you time. I want to save you energy. I want to save you effort. And I want to save all of you money. Do not throw money away into LinkedIn advertising if you are not a part of a high value B2B company, if you are the owner of a multiple 7, 8, and 9-figure company that is selling to 7, 8, and 9-figure companies, then it's for you. And again, Hayes, I will send you that. Absolutely. D, I will send you the registration link. Hayes says yes. Shirley says yes. Joe says yes. Now, what is the monthly ad spend? So say, you know what? I'm going to push my chips all in and I'm going to do LinkedIn ads, whether it's a fit for me or not. Your monthly ad spend. So just to let you know, LinkedIn has the worst cost per click. So CPC and CTR, click-through rate, of any social media platform. It's anywhere between $5 to $7 per click, which means, and again, the minimum budget that you have to spend is $10 a day, which is $300 a month. That's the minimum. That's like just to even play, which is $3,600 a year. Now, average, and this is not, you don't just run ads on LinkedIn for 30 days. You run ads continually for years. So the average monthly spend to see any sort of traction for, again, the people that it is good for, is $2,000 to $5,000 a month. So I want this to sink in real quick. Your monthly ad budget is roughly $2,000 to $5,000 a month. So if you have $25,000 to $60,000 a month to just throw at something that you are not sure if it's even going to return, because think about the ROI. To spend $25,000 to $60,000 a year on something that may not and probably is not a good fit for you, why would you throw money at something like that? LinkedIn's free. So you need to have, and again, I'm being open and I'm being transparent. You have to have $2,000 to $5,000 a month in reoccurring spend on your ads on LinkedIn to even make it work. Who wants to spend that? I'd rather take that money and invest it in something else. Because again, if I know going into LinkedIn advertising, if I know going into it that I'm not a company that is multiple 7, 8, or 9 figures that is selling to multiple 7, 8, and 9-figure companies, I'm not a recruiter and I'm not in higher education, then that makes it an easy decision that I'm not going to do it. I'm going to use the regular version of LinkedIn like I have been for the last 7.5 years. So if that makes sense, Y or yes in the chat box. Now, who needs to be the most careful? Entrepreneurs beware. Do not fall into the trap of LinkedIn advertising. Don't fall in the trap. You will hear a lot of people saying, you'll hear the Gary Vaynerchuks, you will hear the Dean Graziosis, you will hear all the people that spend all this money on ads, that you should do it. I'm sorry. If you're, again, I go by facts. If your company that you have is not generating multiple 7, so at a minimum $2 million a year up, if you're not revenue, and your ideal client is not in that same realm of multiple 7 on up, it's not going to work. And there are so many entrepreneurs right now. There's business coaches, people that have masterminds, and sales coaches, and they have all these programs out there, certifications, network marketing. Do not throw money at LinkedIn ads. I wouldn't even recommend throwing money at Facebook ads right now because of all the issues that are going on with the privacy laws between Apple and Facebook. I wouldn't risk it. I would just try to show up genuinely and authentically as I'm doing right now. Build connection and rapport with people. Do not throw money at LinkedIn ads if you do not fall into one of those categories. And why I say entrepreneurs beware, because there's a shiny object syndrome that is constantly circulating, that you feel like, okay, I see this person saying they're succeeding on it, so I'm going to do it too. I'm just forewarning you, don't. I'm educating you for a purpose. I want to see you save your money, and I want to see you using the platform the right way and how it should be used. Because at the end of the day, everyone, human connection is free. The number one building block and tool that you need to be using on LinkedIn and all social media for that matter is your ability to create true and meaningful connection with other people. That is how you generate revenue in your business. No one buys anything from anyone that they don't know, they don't like, and they don't trust. So why throw money at something that you don't know about when we all know for certain, when we build true, meaningful, and genuine connection with other people, amazing things happen from it, and it's absolutely free each and every time. You don't have to pay to create human connection with other people. Why would you start now? So remember, we now know who LinkedIn advertising is for. We know who it's not for. We now understand that monthly advertising budget. We know who should be where, but we also know what's free. And it's our ability to create meaningful and true connection with other people. So again, I am not going to try to convince you to not do LinkedIn advertising, but I know absolutely at the end of the day, it is not going to work out the way that you truly want it to if you can't take the time to genuinely and authentically show up 15 to 20 minutes a day on LinkedIn to build your network, to send some genuine messages, to provide some value-added content. Then you need to reevaluate what you want to do with your business and who you want to serve. Because the more that you give, the more that you get. And you know what? When you give your time each and every day, as I'm doing right now, people appreciate it. It's the most valuable commodity we have. And I am always open and honored to give some of my time for free to each and every one of you. So again, for anyone that has not registered for our free 5-day simple content creation workshop that starts tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern, type in I do in the chat box below. If you have come in on the replay, hashtag replay. If this has made sense, if this has helped, if it's moved that needle forward, type in it has in the chat box below. Love and gratitude to each and every one of you, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye, everyone.